Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Adriana with This Mama Budgets on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at House of Adriana for more of behind the scenes, but on this channel we cover family finances, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today, so we're going to get right into it. There is a video that I did, and I put it out today, that talks about the worksheets that I have in here. I've created this all myself. I've realized certain worksheets that I need, and then there's ones that I don't. So I've created the ones that I want and how I like them. So this is like my own personal budget binder that I've created myself. So go ahead and check that video out. But we are gonna go ahead and jump in, and we're gonna do week one, the expense tracker, and then the weekly check-in. So what I mentioned, if you don't get a chance to check that out, is I do a budget calendar. I'm on a no buy July right now. And then this is a monthly budget. We are a single income family. My husband does get paid weekly. However, I like to budget monthly and then do weekly check-ins to make sure that we are not going over budget. So this is what our monthly budget / summary looks like. So you see what I budget, and then I'll go ahead and go through and do actuals at the end. So it's like a 2-for-1, which is actually really nice. And then, so this is the weekly check-in, and I will go ahead and put the numbers that we get from this is my budget paycheck, but I get the numbers from our expense tracker that I will go ahead and do with you. So I went ahead and filled it all out already, kind of saved some time there. But I want to show you our budget categories, because when I do our expense tracker at the end of the week, I will break it down by bills, our weekly gas, groceries, household savings, debts, unbudgeted housing, and variable. That's how you're going to see it broken down. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started with all the bills that I had this paycheck. So we went ahead, I'll go ahead and put, I need 8 lines. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me know if you guys do something similar. This actually really helps to do this at the end of the expense tracker, because when I close out the end of month summary, right here where I do a recap of the whole month, I just can look at the bottom. So everything will already be tallied up, which is kind of nice. I'm trying to see where you can see this, or if you can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, so we had a bill for $35, which was my son's band rental equipment. And then we had another bill, which was $89 for my gym membership. And then we had another bill for $7.99, which is Amazon Kids, which I don't know what that covers, because kids don't really use Amazon, but they do. I think they use it for music. I think that's all the bills that came out for our paycheck one. And you'll hear me reference paycheck one or P1, and that's how I mark them down. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and write bills. And oh boy, it was $131.99. So the next category we're gonna do is debt, which is right here, which is our car payment. And I break this up weekly. Our total car payment is $560, but I break it up weekly because that's how we're paid. So we'll put that. And I'm actually paying more on that, which I'm super excited about, hoping to pay it off super early. Not super early, but earlier than the terms. And then let's go ahead and do, let's see, oops. debt, let's go ahead and do savings if we had any savings this week, which I don't think we did. No. Oh yes, we did. So our savings category is our yearly account. This is where I put all our yearly expenses, money, and then when it comes due, I pay from this account. And then we have a retirement, which is a Roth IRA. So 165 to savings, which is usually pretty standard. So this is savings, and it was 165. And then we have debt, housing. Let's go ahead and do that. And so in my other video, I explained our housing payment includes one major utility, water, sewer, and garbage, and the rent payment. And I got the average of our housing, and so that's what I contribute weekly. And this is actually more. So housing was 900. Because sometimes I like to build a buffer in there, just in case the utility bill is higher, which is quite possible with the utilities we have. And then, let's see, let's go ahead and let's do groceries. And groceries are gonna be in this color. And it says groceries / Costco. I don't track them differently, but I like to know when I go to Costco. So we spent $380.37. Plus 21.31. And I believe that's it for this week. Yep. So grocery total / Costco was $401.68. And I will use some of these amounts in the weekly check-in. You'll see how that goes. All right, let's move on to gas. There should only be one. And I don't fill up my car during the summer because we don't make a lot of school runs, so $85 for gas. You'll see during the school year, gas is one of our major lines because our kids' school is 20 minutes away. And then we'll go ahead and do any household, which is right here in green. Which is $983. And another household for $21. And I think that's it. $30.83 this week. I'm gonna turn it a little bit because then I'm writing awkward. Household was $30.83. And then miscellaneous. This is usually another big category for us. You'll see how it plays out in our weekly check-in. So miscellaneous, we have one for $80. So this one I took out cash. It was 4th of July weekend, and I knew we were gonna go to the lake and just be out and about, so I feel like cash would have kept us in check better. We went to the rodeo with some friends, and that was so much fun. So we charged some food and drinks to that. You can see that here. $26.34. Let's see. And then we went to the lake. We had a lake day, which was really fun. So we had to buy some ice and stuff. ice cream, of course, because it's summertime. So $9.61. And then I ordered the kids some stuff off of Amazon that they've been wanting for the summer. So that was $3.94. They had some gift cards, so I just have to pay what the gift cards didn't cover. So our total for miscellaneous was $155.62. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it was $155.62. So that's all our weekly categories. Now we're gonna go ahead and do our variable, and this is me and my husband's weekly allowance, cash envelopes, and sinking funds. So just gonna go ahead and add up all the variables. Or do I keep track of them separately? I think I keep track separately. So we'll just do that. So we'll go ahead and do me first. 38, 57. And then I took out $20 in cash plus 20. Which was 58, 57. And then go ahead. I don't think my husband did any spending. Nope. So he is 0, which is very unusual, but I'll take it. And then sinking funds were $250. I started a new sinking fund, and maybe I'll do a video about that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see how I do my sinking funds. So sinking funds is $250. Cash envelopes, I took out 100. I think that's it. Okay. And then we have, I'll just go and write in Apple right here. I do like to keep track of that separate. So Apple is $5.99 plus $9.99. So $9.99 plus $5.99. $15.98 is what we spent. All right, let's do unbudgeted and other. This one was an expensive category for us. This week, we did have some things come up, and I took note of that on my monthly. So unbudgeted. The kids' dentist, we took them to the dentist. They had some work done, which was $297, $25. We got a pest control service, which had a startup fee, which was $149. That was totally unbudgeted. And then our dog groomer sent us an invoice from when he groomed her back in June. For some reason, we thought we had paid that before we left on our vacation, but we did not. So and then I spent $40.90 because Hobby Lobby was having a 4th of July sale on their home decor. And I had to stop and see, and I ended up grabbing a couple of things. So in total for unbudgeted and other was $621.18. So that is how I do my expense tracker at the end of the week. Let's go ahead and go to our weekly because we're gonna need these numbers that we just did. So I only track on our weekly the groceries, the gas, the household miscellaneous, mine and my husband's weekly allowance, and then the unbudgeted and other. So gas and groceries was $401.68. So let's do that one. So you can see I try to stick to a budget of $1,400 for the month. And so what I do is I say we spent $401.68 out of the 14, which leaves us with $998.32 for the rest of the month. So this helps me, so when I budget next week, I can see where we're at. So then gas, we spent $85. That was simple. And I'm allowing $800 I'm allowing $500 this month. I'm trying to budget $500 because sports picks up this month, and we're gonna have to do a couple of trips to practices and stuff like that. So that leaves us with $415 remaining. Household, we went ahead and spent $30.83. Okay, so 175 minus 30.83, 144.17. And you can see I already did it just to make sure my numbers were right. And then miscellaneous, we spent 155.62. And I like to try to budget only $400 for the month. And miscellaneous really covers so much, you guys. That I didn't want to make a line for every little thing. Like one of them was like gas or propane for our barbecue. I didn't want to make that like a line, so it falls into miscellaneous. So we have $244.38, and then he spent $0, so he has $100 remaining. So this is, I actually only took 20 from this month because I had 40 that rolled over from last month. So I'm gonna say I only spent 20 out of my 100, but I deposited the other 40. So I'll probably make a note of that. So I have 80. And then once this is all filled in, I bring down the remaining balance over here to the category. So $415 is left in our gas category, $998 left in our grocery, $144 left in our household, $244 left in miscellaneous. My husband still has his whole allowance, and I have $80 left in my allowance. So that's how we're looking for week 2 of July. And that is it, you guys. That is how I'm doing my budget. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. And if this is content you like, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.